Nope.
Nope.
Just the welcome, the hello, the hi, to go to the right shot. Hi.
Hi.
Paul pushed the wrong button.
Welcome to Checkpoint Plus. Now with some screw-ups.
It's pretty reasonable. Standard operating procedure, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Checkpoint Plus.
I'm wearing color today.
Catholic. Oh, my God.
I know.
I didn't know you had color in your wardrobe.
It's the only red item of anything I own.
Huh. Usually it's black or grays or whatever. Hello.
Somebody said all the orange. I guess it looks kind of orange because of the green screening. Well, we'll worry about that later.
It doesn't look orange to me.
Well, I mean, but look how different it looks in real life, right?
I guess.
I'm a little desaturated.
Fair enough. That could be the camera also being desaturated. Not
Oh,
the
that's
green
true. Yes. All right. Well, anyhow, on with the show.
Well, I just wanted to as a reminder, we say welcome and hello so that everyone's buffering can sort itself out, because for some reason, as soon as we go live, Twitch decides, well, like the compression settings and all that, everything starts buffering. So we like to say hi. But now we can start the show for real. So, okay, let's do it now. Today, heavy bullets makes recycling fun, colorful, and murderific. This is Checkpoint.
Hey everybody, welcome to Checkpoint. It is warm out today, so I'm wearing a color and Graham is wearing shorts underneath his blazer. His legs, so sexual.
No. That's not... I'm not... Okay. We've heard for years about the dangers of video games and how they'll rot your brain, and why don't you just go outside or do something useful or intelligent? Well, according to the book Bad for You, Exposing the War on Fun, 150 years ago the story was the same, except the video game of the day was the terror, known only as chess. Yes, an 1859 article from Scientific American stated, "No young man who desires to be useful in the world can prosecute chess without dangers to his best interests." Sound familiar? How about chess is an adder's nest that enslaves and exhausts mental energy? So, rest assured everyone, someday playing video games will be perfectly normal and acceptable, and we can get all bent out of shape about these damn kids spending too much time on the holodeck. Assuming we can tear ourselves away from the holodeck's crotch attachment long enough to get upset.
The internet is getting excited for Heavy Bullets, a new FPS from indie developer Terry Velman that features eye-poppingly bright graphics and a unique twist. You only get 6 bullets, so after you're done shooting things, you have to go back and get your ammo from the enemies you just shot. Finally, an FPS that teaches respect for the environment. Take nothing but your endlessly recyclable bullets, leave nothing but a trail of exploded corpses.
Respawn has detailed the new Titanfall patch for Xbox One, full of little tweaks and balance fixes, and one major fix. Previously, if a player placed a satchel charge on a departing enemy dropship and waited until the ship warped away before detonating it, it would crash the entire server and kick off all the players. So really, it was less of a satchel charge and more of a hojillion megaton bomb.
Crytek are getting up in that lucrative MOBA business with their new game Arena of Fate. Features the same standard 5-on-5 play, but this game's twist is that you play characters like Joan of Arc, Robin Hood, Nikola Tesla, Jack the Ripper, Frankenstein, Little Red Riding Hood, etc., etc. That's right, they're not just cool characters with magical powers, they're cool characters that are also conveniently in the public domain.
It was announced this weekend that principal photography on the World of Warcraft movie had wrapped, leading to cries of, well, maybe it won't totally suck, all over the internet. Everyone can temper their giddiness for now, though, because the movie doesn't come out until March 2016, after what we can only assume is an absolutely goofy amount of post-production. Either that, or the entirety of the filming was just the beginning of the movie, where a ragtag group of 1980s school kids get sucked through a mystical portal into the fully animated World of Warcraft, and the end of the movie where they return to the real world, stronger from the experiences they've had and using the true power of friendship to defeat Reggie the school bully. But no, it's probably just the green screen one.
Did we come up with an outro?
Yeah, we just talked about it.
I forgot.
Ah, we are the Warcraft movie.
Oh yeah! Green screen. We're on green screen. Whoops. Shirt still looks kind of orange, though.
We've been lied to this whole time.
Right. So professional. Coming up, Steam's in-home streaming service is now public, so now all you need to do is get one beefy computer and you can run your games, and then you can...
Wait, hang on. You're telling me I can play Dark Souls at home while running it from the computer here at the office?
No, the game has to be on the same network.
Then what is the point?
Oh, that was not good.
That was fine. It's just I was distracted at the end.
And I forgot that we had figured out an outro and then not done it. There we are. There's our screen.
Yay.
Wait. Can you toggle it on and off? Green screen. No, green screen.
Yeah, that doesn't affect your shirt at all. It's the camera.
Green. Oh my god, yes. That's all a lie.
All right.
Kimmy Cal says that they have tried the streaming. It's not particularly reliable. Ooh, Tapely2004 has just subscribed. Thank you for subscribing. We will get to subscription commercials after we talk about all stories, but first of all, that was CheckPoint for this week.
Yay!
Yay! All right, let's get Paul over here and we'll talk about everything we didn't cover.
Yeah, you can open the window back up again.
I will go do that.
It's okay, Paul can do it on his way around. Shift it.
No.
Forward.
I get it. I'm just trying not to run over cords while I'm doing it.
I have to sneak in behind you. Ugh. There we go. And then I can turn that on. And then I can go here and turn this on. Whoop. And then we will see when people subscribe. And then we can welcome all of the subscribers.
Looks like we're already at storm count 2?
Yes. AddiePie3 the Dummening just subscribed.
Wait, I think we all need to move over.
Lurbot and Honey's Magic Date has just
Unless my
subscribed.
right arm can do all this.
Yeah, get back. Where are you going? Get back in here.
Hello.
Get in.
Subscription commercials.
Get in.
Hello.
Hi.
Ooh, you guys are color coordinated today.
Oh my
I know.
goodness.
I was thinking actually the thing with the color, because again my shirt is a different thing, but
Are we zoomed in?
No?
maybe we had the problem with people on the stream looking really red,
Yeah.
so things that are
Yeah.
actually red also look less red.
Dirge Novak said, didn't you adjust it so that Graham stopped looking like a strawberry?
So yeah,
See, but you can tell, like, you can see the difference in skin tone between, like, my Antipodean, sort of all of the Australian skin tone and these pink North Americans over here.
yeah.
All right.
That pink North American skin.
Story time.
Paul's outfit is like Graham and Kathleen's combined. We look
So-
like we look like we could be taking a band photo right now.
So the story about chess, it's kind of fascinating. So there was this book, Bad for You, Exposing the War on Fun. And then
Which talks about, it's like talking about people,
Lurbot's Snorish Honeymoon has just subscribed.
but the book
And
is
Weagle in a Bikini has just subscribed.
It's talking about all the fun, all the things down through history. So it's not just chess, but it's like apparently like penny dreadfuls, like
Yep.
those little books were considered to be like all these sort of moral panics that have happened all throughout the years.
But because of that book, an author, Clive Thompson,
On Medium.
wrote an article on Medium where he goes into finding this. Gleistiga has just subscribed. Welcome.
Yay.
Where he goes to find this quote from the Scientific American that was any young man who wishes to be good in the world cannot possibly play chess or it will ruin him or whatever, and referring to it as an adder's nest that exhausts the mind.
That's pretty good
Exhausts
writing.
and enslaves the mind.
I feel that
Yeah.
if that guy had been playing chess though, he wouldn't have had time to come up with a phrase like an adder's nest that exhausts and enslaves the mind. Like that is some fancy writing.
Yeah. And as Dirge Novak points out, in the 1950s, it was rock and roll.
Yep.
All these kids with their rock and roll.
I mean, Pong was gonna destroy us in the 70s.
And now of course it's Why don't my kids want to listen to my rock and roll?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they want to listen to that newfangled rap music that's, morally bankrupt.
Yeah.
So, yep. All we have to do, we just have to have kids so that we can oppress them in the same way.
Mhm.
It's our generation has to figure out what we're going to oppress. We have to all agree.
Fuji in the chat. Hey, what's up?
Hey.
So the next story was the Heavy Bullets, which sounds pretty cool. I think, did it just come out today?
I don't think it's out yet.
I think, Jim Sterling just put up a Let's Play of him playing it. So.
Oh, okay, so it is
I think
out
it
there
is
then.
like out. It might be just like in preview releases or something. I don't know if it's like out.
Hey, Eric the Orange has just subscribed.
Oh,
And
What an appropriate color for his subscription.
Marcanius has just subscribed. Welcome and welcome. And wait, Mad Andy Sims has just subscribed.
Murnus said opera is ruining our children. Back in the
Can't
day...
make up the street.
No, back in the day, opera was very different than it is now. It was like massive, like public entertainment. People would like boo and cheer, like they do it like
It
pantomimes,
was more
basically.
like panto, yeah.
Yeah, and like there'd be people would throw things at the stage if they didn't like how it turned out. Like opera was like licentious. So yeah, I could definitely see that people would be like, "You cannot take your child to the opera; it is not appropriate."
Well,
And
I mean,
now, of course, it's-
like Shakespearean plays were quite at the time were very sort of all about they had like
the sex and
the sex and the violence and all about the common people and stuff. So it's just how it works.
So yeah, Heavy Bullets. It just looks kind of neat. It's just a neat idea, and the
It's
visuals.
a beautiful looking game.
The visuals look trippy as heck. Mm-hmm. So
I kind of want to.
I like how, speaking of trippy, everybody's like, "Oh man, did you guys just use your bong?" And we have to be like, "No, we bought it and then returned it because we have no use for a bong, and it was $80."
Steel Fraud has just subscribed. Thank you for subscribing, Steel Fraud.
These
Yeah, someone
subscriptions
on
are
the
building up.
I think it was Foxmar actually on the Loading Ready Run forums was like, "Oh, I don't know. I kind of feel like they already had that." And I was like, "No, we bought it for the video and returned it,
Yeah.
and we asked them ahead of time if we could buy it and return it and only put clean water in it."
Well,
Because
They're so
if we
cute.
had to buy one, we'd buy like a cheaper one. But if we knew we could return it, then we could buy like the $80 one. So
Yeah, that thing was $80. Mm-hmm. And like, if you want to get like the big like cartoon bongs, basically that you see in like Cheech and Chong, they're like probably 200. Bongs are expensive,
Yeah.
as we found out.
well, they
went on down to Bong City.
Somebody says
They
Three
were-
Wolfwood says you couldn't find a loner bong. Amazingly, nobody in Loading Ready Run owns a bong. Read into that what you will.
It's a little conspicuous.
It's a lot of infrastructure.
Yeah.
I said as a prop. He says Foxmar 320.
Well, it's when we went to the place where we were buying it. They had like there's like sort of the plastic sort of colored ones that you often see in like TV shows
Right.
when they do a bong. And so they're like, we've got these ones, and they're like $25. And the people like at the bong place were obviously just like, they're
I
like,
would
you
not-
could do this one, but
Why would you
it's
want to
gonna
suck
be
hot
shitty.
smoke through a plastic item? Like, that seems like a very poor choice.
So
Actually, you guys didn't go to Bong City, did you? You
No,
went
no,
to
went to this smoke shop,
the smoke shop.
something like that. Yeah.
There's like 4 places in town. that
But
you
they
could
also have
theoretically
like
go.
they also have like the big case full of the
Wreck. Yeah, Bong City is not a joke. It's a real place. Exactly.
It used to be actually like down the street from us, but then they moved because they needed more space.
For all their bongs.
But there's like a whole rack of ones that are basically look like scientific equipment, like
Oh,
they're
wow.
like built into like Erlenmeyer flasks and
Wow.
graduated cylinders and stuff.
That seems intense.
Yeah.
The Titanfall patch, it was a quick story. We just loved that what they were...
Your correction was actually incorrect there. It is the 360.
Oh. Darn.
You were right. You should have had confidence.
I didn't know it was out for 360. I thought it was only out for Xbox One.
Nope.
Oh, well, sorry. Anyway, yeah, I just like the idea that you put the satchel charge on the ship, and the ship leaves and presumably gets despawned
Yeah.
because it's no longer in the map.
Well, it goes back to the server, and then it
And
blows
then-
up the server.
Then you detonate it.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
It makes a lot of sense if you think about it like reboot.
Isn't Victoria a college town? Yeah, Victoria is also Canada's Portland, so
yeah.
there's that.
And there's, we're right by Vancouver.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have Antitonic and Omega Lair on here. Maybe we should take them on a tour of Victoria's finest bong.
Somehow I don't think I don't feel like that's their speed.
No, but something.
Speed 2
Is that
cruise
really-
control.
I don't feel like that's a huge thing for.
It's different from like amps. Like you can't just go to a coffee shop and also get weed here. Like
Yeah.
you can't actually
No,
just go.
all the
smoke
bongs
it.
are for smoking
tobacco.
and other herbal things.
Eric the Orange says, I have a hard time believing Morgan does not have a bong.
I don't.
Morgan's not. It's easier for us to find a bong than to find Morgan.
Yeah, that's a good
there,
point. Actually,
there are no shops that sell Morgans.
Yes.
And then, so Crytek is making MOBA, which is, for a while now, has just been a genre. Like, it's so dumb at this point to be like, whenever someone announces they're making a multiplayer online battle arena, to be like, oh, it's a Dota ripoff. It's like, yes, and all first-person shooters are Doom and Wolfenstein ripoffs, and it's a genre now.
It's the fact that there's so little variation between them I find quite interesting.
That I do find weird.
Like, it's always 5
They're
on
always
5.
one map,
It's always
5 on 5, yeah.
thing. Is there always, like, the 3 lanes
Yeah.
and everything?
The
Yeah,
lanes is
and-
really important.
They've got kind of like the...
It's like
the
4 lanes. Fucking no!
They've got the, like...
That is not a MOBA.
K. Darienzo? KD Arienzo.
has just subscribed. Thank you for subscribing.
KDARIU News New Nude News. That's just subscribed.
A troll has just subscribed.
Such trolling. Such trolling.
So I'm trying to figure out how to get in shot without crowding you.
Yeah, you're fine.
I'm like all up in your grill.
You're fine. That's why I'm leaning on your chair.
The grilling
Fun
is
fact,
necessary.
the term MOBA was actually coined by League of Legends PR in order to avoid mentions of Dota. That's a good idea. It's a good idea.
Multiplayer online battle arena. All right. What else we got going on?
Last story that we did do.
Yeah, but then
Just the WoW thing.
What would you... Sorry, Scrum Monkey. Still hate the term MOBA. Stupid contrived name. What would you suggest?
I mean, it's better than, like Dota or League of Legends, which does not roll off the tongue.
Well, do the rogue thing,
Like-
like Dota-like.
Yeah, I mean, like, what... honestly, I can't think of a better name for them. Because, you can't call them, like... FPSs literally used to be Doom clones. But you don't want to call everything a Dota clone. Because eventually that runs out of, first-person shooter. What a contrived name.
Well, and
They're MOBAs. I don't...
Oh, apparently
and
Dawn Gate
fighting
only has
games
2
used to be
lanes.
called Street Fighter type game. Like I used to call it like Street Fighter type game.
Yeah. Dawngate has 2 lanes. 2 lanes? What kind of madness?
Obviously for casuals.
Lane pushing game. Lane scraps. We're going to have a lane scrap.
Loma? What's that?
Certs. You can't just... Oh, single unit RTS. Certs.
I don't know if that's any better. Anyway. So yeah.
Hero
The-
Brawler. Yeah.
The last story we were doing was the WoW movie, which I hope people got the reference there that
To Masters of the Universe.
or basically any video game, comic book, fantasy type movie
That was done in the 80s.
It was done in like 80s, early 90s.
Super Mario Brothers.
When it was always, for some reason, they had this idea that you couldn't just set it in that thing. You needed something to like make it more relatable to the viewer or something.
Yeah.
And so it was always like kids get sucked into the thing, do their whatever, learn about themselves, and then they get to come out and be fancy because they have learned all about themselves or whatever.
No word of a lie when Graham was like, all right, how do I sort of describe this? I was like, don't forget to mention the power of friendship.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Stupid power of friendship.
I don't believe in the power of friendship.
Power of fists.
I had to ask Kathleen, I was like, what would be a good name for a school bully? And you said Reggie.
Yeah.
I like that one. That's good.
Oh, he's the bully from Archie.
Oh, yeah.
He's sort of a bully.
He's sort of a bully. He's more of just a dink.
Yeah.
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 I believe he probably beat up Archie when he was a kid, though.
What did we not do? Oh, yeah. So, 4A Games, the guys who made Metro, they're releasing this thing called Metro Redux, which is both Metro 2033 and Metro Last Light bundled together and enhanced for PS4 and Xbox One and like better PC and also for Steam OS. So a bunch of graphical enhancements and also some gameplay enhancements. One that I think is really cool because there was some criticism, maybe not even criticism, but like there was people noted that 2033 played differently from Last Light. And so now each of those games has difficulty modes that make them play like the other games. So you can play 2033 more in the sort of the action, like the more action FPS focused Last Light, and you can play Last Light with a mode that's more sort of survivally dread than like 2033 was, which I think is really cool.
I don't know if Alex knows about the Redux yet.
And the
I don't think he was actually that impressed by Last Light when he was playing. Like I think he was a little disappointed in Last because he played it on the stream.
Alex has really exacting
that's
standards for games, though.
Horsey Party Time is just
so many drugs.
Lord Hosk says, "Isn't the power of friendship like 78.4% the success of Loading Ready Run?" And I say, "Shh."
The joke I wanted to make with the 4A games thing, we couldn't confirm because the article said that it was at 60 frames a second, and it didn't say that it wasn't 60 frames a second on Xbox One, which implies to us that it was, but we couldn't necessarily confirm it. And what I wanted to say was like 4A games who notoriously develop their video games from like a Fallout bunker in the Eastern Bloc somewhere can get 60 frames per second on Xbox One, no problem.
But Titanfall,
yeah.
All right, what else? Amplitude
got funded.
Just squeaked in under the wire. They were like, everyone was like, "Nah, it looks like
it looks like
it's not going to do it." And then like 2 or 3 days beforehand, they just started really pushing it.
Yeah, they did basically Desert Bus for Amplitude. Harmonix did. They
did
had like a live stream.
Things. Yeah. And so that was kind of cool. The Nintendo. So Nintendo shut down their old servers for the Wii and the DS games.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the Wii U and the 3DS and stuff all still work.
The joke there is I was confused because, of course, all their products sound the same. And so Paul's like, Nintendo's shutting down the online multiplayer servers for the Wii and the DS. And I was like, holy shit. And he's like, well, the Wii U and the 3DS are still fine. And I was like, oh, right. Because they're the same name. Yeah.
So those servers are like shut down now. But some enterprising people doing the thing that people often do have actually set up their own server that basically pretends to be the Nintendo gaming server. And with some fanciness on your Wii or your DS, you can actually make the DS think that it's connecting to the Nintendo server, and you can continue playing your old copy of Mario Kart or whatever, the various online games. I mean, the online aspect of the Wii and the DS were never really like the banner function, especially with the stupid friend code thing.
Yeah.
But it's cool that people have sort of stepped in to bring it in.
Blizzard has announced the Hearthstone World Championships with a total of $250,000 in prize money.
Yeah, not
pretty fantastic.
$100,000 for the first place winner.
Yeah.
They're going to be doing like rounds throughout the year.
I was going to joke that I pull up an iPad and I'm like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm learning to play Hearthstone."
Got to get in on this.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're doing things throughout the year, and then I think it's going to be a 16-player final, like the final actual competition, which is happening at BlizzCon in November.
Mm-hmm. And they all play Priest.
Right. Oh, and okay, my favorite thing. So the Lucas Pope, the guy who made Papers, Please, has just shown like a screenshot and a couple of little teaser things for his next game, which, despite being made in Unity and is going to be fully 3D, will be rendered as if it's on like a Mac Plus. So it'll be like it'll be like pixelated and just black and white. It'll be 1 bit,
like 2 colors.
Yeah,
look like a Game Boy camera.
Mm-hmm.
The super the plot seems super cool though.
Yeah. It's
RNG for 100,000.
It's like this sweet. It's like a set in like the 1800s or something, and it's like this ghost ship has arrived in port, and you have to find out what happened to it.
Yeah. The first thing I thought of, I will say, when the just because you guys are still talking about the Hearthstone thing, I was like, whoa, that's a lot more than Magic, and then I realized it actually isn't, because when you consider if you completely ignore all the GPs that Magic does, which is they happen like basically every weekend, there's the Pro Tour, and first place at the Pro Tour is $40,000, and then there's second and third. There's prizes going down to like top 32, or maybe even 64, and they do that 4 times a year.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's
So
it's
they're
a little
probably-
bit more spread out.
They're probably
Yeah,
giving
but-
out at least $120,000 in prizes per Pro Tour.
well, yes, because there's 4 times 40K.
No. At
per
each
Pro Tour.
Pro
Oh.
Tour.
Probably.
Yeah. Right, because I don't know what the second place prize is, but they sort of start going down.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously Blizzard is making a big push for this to be,
Oh, yeah.
a big competitive thing. And rather than, Magic has had 20 years to kind of slowly build up their thing, whereas Blizzard doesn't want to wait that long. So they're just like, we got money, let's do this.
Yeah, Venomous Hawk says, a competent game dev making a mystery game that is story-driven. I don't get psyched off, but this tickles my pickles. Yeah, I really liked it. What it was, I thought one of Papers, Please's real strengths is it actually had a fantastic story.
But it was
And,
sort of told in through
Yeah,
the gameplay.
they weren't like, this is a story that is making you think, which was great.
Here's a cutscene between.
It was fantastic.
Let's Have Toast says, I've never watched the stream segment before. I like this. It's like a cool news report on gaming. That's what we try to do.
Yeah, it's like gaming news
Was
with
there anything else?
3 fun people.
Oh,
Oh, yes.
Oh, right. Speaking of Blizzard, they're suing the creator of the Valiant Chaos map hack, which is a StarCraft 2 map hack that makes it so you can see through the fog of war and see invisible units and generally just completely ruin the whole game.
yeah, big
Yeah.
cheats.
Takes the game out of the game.
And they don't know who made it, but they're suing them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's like the suit names like John Doe's
They are
1 through
suing
10.
John Doe's 1 through 10.
And
Yeah,
then-
because apparently that's like a thing because you sue them,
Grout
and
NASA
then
has subscribed.
that allows you to get the court order to force the ISP to give up the record so that you can find out who the actual person is, and then you sue that person.
Weird.
So that seems to be the way that Blizzard handles it. Like, certain other companies sometimes, sort of to push technological solutions to these things, and they'll like put it like, we're doing a thing now, so you can't cheat. Whereas Blizzard is just like,
Let me see that screenshot.
you can't cheat because it's our intellectual property, and we'll sue you if you cheat.
Nope, that is not.
Ha!
No, it's. There we go. I wanted to bring up the screenshot. This was the from the new Papers, Please.
Yeah.
It's a mystery on a ghost ship.
Just the idea of having like a full because the Mac Plus was like my first computer, and so the idea of having like a full Unity powered 3D engine running in the background, which is requires ridiculously more resources than a Mac Plus had, and that Mac Plus was 8 megahertz. The idea of having that, but then what it actually ends up looking like is just like what a Mac Plus could have displayed. I love.
They're not suing. I don't know. Some people really shitting on Blizzard for this. I don't. First of all, they've done this before.
Yeah,
like on a couple of occasions.
Yeah,
And I don't see why you are so upset with them.
Well, I mean, they're suing them not necessarily because they want to sue them. They're suing them because they need to find out who these people are and they want to get this thing shut down and they want to.
They need to stop people from cheating in their game.
Yeah, because the whole appeal of like playing StarCraft is that it's fun, and it's not fun if your opponent is a filthy cheater.
Well, it's especially like because they have the StarCraft
They have
leagues
all
and
their
stuff.
leagues
Yeah.
and rankings, which are very relevant for competition. And if someone can get high enough in the league by cheating, then it's pretty bad. Or also, the Snorsh Broadcasting Corporation is just subscribed.
Yeah, so they do have to they do. Like I was saying,
Grimdrome has subscribed.
some companies
Grimdrome.
fix these things like they'll like release a patch for the game that will. Whereas Blizzard just is like, you know what, we're just gonna sue.
Because the suing has
it's a more sort of active thing. They're actually punishing the person doing it.
Yeah.
Instead of being like this like cat and mouse where like they do saying
They patch it and then they get around the patch.
yeah, yeah.
And then
Whereas this way is just like we're gonna actually punish you and take you off the playing field, basically.
I think what they want is to try and encourage. I think they want to discourage people from making these kinds of things because the threat of total financial ruin looms over you.
Yeah.
So
Omnicrat, maybe I misunderstood. I thought someone did a specific thing that Blizzard deemed cheating, so they sued the guy. Yes,
No.
they're suing the people who made the map hack.
They're suing they're not. It's not like they're suing a guy who cheated in the game.
No.
They're suing the people who made the actual hack that people are using. who released this thing, and they've done a similar thing. There's a WoW thing called Glider, which was gave you a whole bunch of extra capabilities and allowed you to like auto run and all this kind of stuff. And so they sued the guy who did that, and for like ended up being like $6 million or something.
Weagle powered Weagles have just subscribed.
What?
I don't know.
Of course, Weagles are Weagle powered.
Yeah. Oh, they sold the hack too.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that
Okay.
changes a lot. Also.
All right. Well.
So anyway, yeah. So we have a rather disturbingly large number of subscribers.
I'm coffeeed and rested this morning, though. Sorry for clapping right into the microphone, guys.
All right, Kathleen.
I'm a little concerned that our list doesn't actually go far enough back.
Yeah, does it show me just like the
That's
last
not,
15?
That's not the
Oh, shoot.
Lurbot Snorch Honeymoon.
Hang on.
All right, we're
No,
going.
I can go to this list. Uh-oh. Okay, start there. I will find the others.
Okay.
All right. So we've got the last 15 here.
Actually, if one of the mods maybe could find out which subs today predate Lurbot's Snorch Honeymoon, that would be helpful. So, all right, Lurbot Snorch Honeymoon, go for it.
Hey, everybody, are you looking for a romantic and affordable place to go on a honeymoon? I mean, there's places like Nassau County, there's places like the Bahamas, but have you considered Snorch? No, you probably haven't, and for good reason, but may I present to you the newest addition to the Loading Ready Run family of content. It's Lurbot Snorch Honeymoon. That's right, follow along in this beautiful text adventure as Lurbot goes on a honeymoon to Snorch with Honeywell, his wonderful air conditioning partner with a heart of gold and a heart of ice also because she's an air conditioner, and they will find romance under the Snorchian moon. That's right, they'll take in beautiful local Snorchian culture such as the dance of the seven Weagles and eat delicious Snorchian cuisine like Schnorfengluben and then throw it back up because it's awful. But Lurbot Snorch Honeymoon doesn't stop there. There is also the sexy XXX DVD that you can also order, which is also text-based because it's two robots. Lurbot Snorch Honeymoon XXX Nighttime Adventure. Order today. Only $19.99. Do not order today.
Weagle in a bikini.
Is that a feature that's going to be added to the Lurbot to play the text adventure?
Admiral Mamo, thank you. It's okay.
Lurbot and Honey's Magic Date, Addy Pie 3, The Dummening,
And Tapley 2004.
All right, well, let's get those guys out of the way right now.
All right, Tapley 2004.
Hey, everybody, are you looking for a tap dance shoe emporium? Why not come to Tapley 2004's 2004 style of tap shoes warehouse? That's right. If you want tap shoes, we've got 2004 styles. What can you do with 2004 styles of tap shoes? I mean, probably find one that fits. I mean, what the fuck else do you want from us? Christ, look at the size of our warehouse. Seriously, come buy some. Our overhead is ridiculous. Tap shoes, you want them, we got them. Tapley 2004's warehouse.
Addy Pie 3, The Dummening.
From the team that brought you Addy Pie and Addy Pie 2, more pie, less Addy, comes Addy Pie 3 The Dummening, the incredible and unnecessary third entry into the Addy Pie movie trilogy. What happens in Addy Pie 3 The Dummening? Oh my god, they go to a lab and then there's a ray and it's like the Spider-Man ray except it just makes you dumb. And then they have some trouble eating fries because they are truly stupid. Oh, the hilarity ensues. Come see it direct to DVD and Netflix.
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 Lurbot and Honey's Magic Date.
I've already done the honeymoon. This seems like backwards. Maybe this is a story they tell their multitudinous...
Well, it did actually come
Offspring.
afterward. The person actually did subscribe afterwards.
Yeah.
We're out of order here.
Yeah.
Oh, let's have toast. Someone in chat, what is this thing that's happening? We are welcoming all of today's subscribers. We stacked this up at the end of the checkpoint hour, and people subscribe with weird names, mostly just to mess with Kathleen.
Yeah. Basically, I improv things based on their username. So we get people who subscribe, it's $5.
Does this happen during your actual stream as well?
I get usually like 5 or 6 subscribers during my stream, but I can't concentrate on the game and do this. So they usually kind of bunch up here. Oh, I've got like 20 today. All right, Lurbot and Honey's Magic Date. It was a beautiful day in spring the moon was out inexplicably, even though I just said it was a day. But you know what? Whatever. Lurbot and Honey, the ice machine or the air conditioner with a heart of gold and a heart of ice, were out on a beautiful walk, and it was a magical date. And it was a magical date because they literally found a magical date. It was like that guy from Indiana Jones who was like the monkey was tossing the date, he catch it, and the monkey's dead, and he's like, bad date. But it was not like that at all because it was a magical date. And eventually it went so well they went on a honeymoon. Yes. Lurbot and Honey's magical date. I will not describe it because it is extremely sexually explicit. There's a lot of chemistry there.
Weagle in a bikini.
It's like the Snortian.
Someone should probably fill in Let's Have Toast. Someone in the chat should fill in Let's Have Toast in on what Snorsh is.
There are running gags. So many.
Yeah, the Snortian calendar. Or the Weagles of Snorsh calendar did not sell well.
No. Well, you've just inspired me. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Snorsh from the marketing mind that brought you the sadly underbought Weagle of Snorsh 12-month celebrational calendar. We have decided that since nobody bought that, is it because there's not a market for Weagles, which are Weasel-Beagle hybrids, and they are hideous, even though they sound cute. They're just long and all claws and teeth.
They're
just
adorable.
Awful. Just awful,
They're
though.
adorable.
Don't get too close. They have rabies. They're terrible. But
we have a picture of one.
We figured... You know what? Nobody bought Weagle calendar. Why not make it sexy Weagle calendar? That's right. We bring you 16 months bonus, 4 months for beginning of next year because you always forget to buy the calendar. 16 months Weagle in a bikini calendar. That's right. All of the horrible disease-infested Weagles you've come to hate, but now they are wearing ill-fitted bikinis. We've had to tie around them like 3 or 4 times because they're for grown people. That's right. You want to see some fur sticking out of a bikini top? We got you covered. Weagle in a bikini calendar.
Previously, they weren't wearing anything. For some reason, putting it in the bikini makes them sexier.
Well, there's a...
We're actually going to, in like 2 minutes at 2:45 local time, we're going to have to start the cutoff for subs because we have a lot this week.
Where's that picture of a Weagle?
It's on Featherweight's Tumblr.
Yeah. Now, Featherweight did draw them really cutely, though.
Glaistiga.
Oh, I can't do a Scottish accent, which is too bad. Ugh, no.
Hey, Glaistiga.
Glaistiga. Hey, everybody! Have you heard that what's a good town in Scotland? Edinburgh.
Yeah, or
Dunedin,
Glasgow.
Yeah, let's go with Glasgow. That's easy to say.
Someone from Edinburgh was like, "Oh."
Yeah. Could you bring me back my list?
Sorry.
It's all right. Hey, everybody! Welcome to Scotland. Did you know we have a video game industry? We certainly do. We've hired a Canadian with a lovely accent to be our spokesperson because she cannot do a Scottish accent. Is not going to insult any Scots watching by trying. But not only do we have a Scottish video game industry, and you should bring our studios here, we also have a huge line of actual games that are about Scotland. Our premier product is Glastiga. It's like Galactica, but it's in Glasgow. That's right. It's all of the things that you love about Galactica. Or Galaga, which is mostly just shooting things and like not very good graphics. But now you can shoot things with not very good graphics, but in a vaguely Scottish setting. Buy it today! Yeah, Scotland.
All right. Honeybot the First, I think, is the cutoff.
Is the offspring of Lurbot and Honeybot.
And that's
or
also
Honeywell?
the last subscriber.
Marcanius.
Something sounds like somebody from the Rise that we're about to play.
Yeah.
You're there, Roman Marcanius.
Yes. I would on the Lure blog, if you mouse over the shot from Rise last week, because like the guy's looking up the mouse over text is, I see why they call you Biggest Dickus.
Oh, bummer.
Aw.
Sorry to hear that, Defrost. Best of luck with school and everything, and we hope to see you back. Thank you so much for creating Lurbot and for maintaining it with Mr. Flip
And
there.
all the ridiculousness.
Yeah, so... Yeah, thanks, Defrost. Best of luck with school. Hope to see you back soon.
Yeah.
Enjoy life!
Yes. Enjoy life.
Hopefully you pop in from time to time and tell us how you're doing and,
you can
and
still
stuff like that.
watch even if you're not modding and
Yeah,
stuff.
we'll keep...
You know?
You can keep mod privileges, and that's fine.
Yeah, we won't take them away from you. You can just use them when you
Just
want
choose
to.
not to use them. Right.
Marcanius.
Marcanius.
Hey everybody, do you need some Roman stuff, but are you not willing to pay full Roman stuff prices because, geez, that's expensive?
Those are
Come on
expensive.
down to Marcanius's Discount Roman Stuff Warehouse. We've got all sorts of Roman stuff, like gladiuses and stuff. I mean, we didn't really do a lot of research, and we got this from China, but it looks Romanesque. Or maybe Greek-esque. I don't know. Who can tell the difference? If you can't, who cares? Come on down and buy it today. Marcanius's Roman Stuff Discount Warehouse. Because if you need something that looks Roman for, I guess, like a drinking toga party or some kind of theme event, or just like you want to put a vomitorium in your house, we're not going to ask any questions. Just come down and buy it today. All right. Eric the Orange. A long time ago, in a land far, far away, a man said, you know what? I'm gonna paint this barn orange. And that man was Eric the Orange, spreading the good word of orange. Was he like one of the Orange Men? Like that, like, association of people who are they Scottish? I think they're Scottish. The Scots who come to Canada and North America? No! He just really digs orange. That's right. Who are you to stop him? Not you. You know why? You're covered in orange paint. That's right. He's a vigilante for the color of orange. Long underappreciated, but now dripping from your nose. Eric the Orange goes on his quest for paintly world domination.
Nice. Keep not actually associated with Protestantism at all.
Yeah, no, that was it. Protestantism.
Just a fan of orange.
Ah.
Wears like one of those. He wears the tux from Dumb and Dumber, the one that Jim Carrey wears. It's like orange with the orange top hat.
Mad Andy Sims.
Hey everybody, are you looking for a SIM card for your warehouse? Come on down to Mad Eddie Sim's SIM card warehouse. We've got all sorts of SIM cards, most of which have been taken from the burner phones that drug dealers throw away. So we don't recommend using them, but boy, are they cheap. We got $1 SIM cards, $2 SIM
Crazy.
cards, just a bag of random SIM cards, 10 for
Such
10 for
deals.
$10. Or if you want, we've got the murder special where the SIM cards may be still covered in the blood of murdered drug dealers that we picked them from, but you know what? They are even cheaper, 75 cents. You need to hide your identity, send a bomb threat, or just sell a lot of drugs. Mad Andy Sim's SIM card warehouse has you covered for all of your illegal deeds. Do not call the police. Thank you.
75 cents for a SIM card? You must be mad!
Andy. You can't make up the streets.
Which I believe is the name of a drug.
Yes.
It's a street name for ecstasy, according to
ecstasy.
today's Loading Ready Run video.
Yes.
Which are entirely factual in every way.
Which I will find you the link to on loadingreadyrun.com. While Kathleen talks about...
You can't make up streets. I wish I could, like, sing a street song.
Sure.
But, let's see. Oh, Eric the Orange says so happy. Yay, I'm so happy. I'm glad you like that. You vigilante, you.
I like that he shows up in orange on our thing, too.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably on purpose.
I don't know if you can control that, but...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, why is Loading Ready Run, like, Lure Blue, then?
Because I picked it.
Yeah,
Okay,
see? You
I guess
can't pick it.
then.
Yeah, if you don't pick it, then it just randomizes. But if you pick
I
it
see.
stays.
All right, you can't make up streets. Hey, everybody, are you looking for some street drugs? Why not try You Can't Make Up the Streets? It's the new hip term for ecstasy, according to one weird guy, at least. But you know what we've got in this palace of drugs, which is actually just the side of my trench coat that I'm opening. I've got all sorts of things, mostly ecstasy, some of which is not actually ecstasy. Some of it's just sugar pills that I'm going to tell you are ecstasy because I think you're a chump. That's right. Give me your money, take a gamble, maybe you'll get high, maybe you'll just get ripped off. Either way, You Can't Make Up the Streets is a thing, I swear. It's not just sugar, give me your money. I'm an adult.
I appreciate your truth in advertising. Most drug dealers do not have that. That's good.
Lady TL, do you guys have an interview policy? For what? Please, what do you mean by that? I'll happily answer that question. Steel fraud.
You're being interviewed about whether you have an interview policy.
Yes. This interview is over. Steel fraud.
Steel fraud. Deep in magic R&D, they're looking at the steel hellkite, and they're like, how can we make a magic card that is as cool as the steel hellkite, but doesn't cost 5 mana? The steel hellkite is 5, isn't it? For like a 4/4 flyer? Because it's a rare?
I don't know.
It's something else. Let me look it up.
All right, deep In the basement of Wizards R&D, they're looking at Steel Hellkite, which is secretly developer Kathleen's favorite card. Well, not actually me, the character I'm portraying. Doodaloo, doodaloo, doodaloo.
6 mana.
6 mana for a 4/4 flyer?
5/5.
Oh. Alright, so I was like one down. And it's got like an...
For 2 colorless, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn, and for X, destroy each non-land permanent with converted mana cost X, whose controller is dealt combat damage by Steel Hellkite this turn, to activate this ability only once per turn.
Alright, that's in our cube. It's good. Alright, okay. So deep in Wizards R&D, somebody says, how can I make a card that is like Steel Hellkite but doesn't cost 6? It's the newest card, coming soon to Magic 2015. It's just Steel Fraud. It says it's a Steel Hellkite, but as you can see, it's actually a mirror with 2 wings bolted on that are actually going to start coming off pretty soon if it gets into combat. But you know what Steel Fraud does? It comes down for 2. You know what it attacks for? Nothing, because it is not good at attacking. It is using all its energy to hold on its wings. You know what its toughness is? 1, because it is now inexplicably worse than a 2/2 mirror, because it is very distracted. But you know what it looks like? Kind of like a Steel Hellkite. So if you're not paying attention when you draft it, you just look at that picture and you're like, Steel Hellkite, sweet. Maybe it's an unglued set. Maybe like the actual like rarity symbol is being painted by another mirror, so it's like half gold, half common.
It's probably like 2. It's like 2.5.
Yeah, 2.5.
It's like 2.5 colorless to play.
Yeah.
Kadarianzo.
Hello and welcome to Snorsh Music Television, where we have the newest techno beat tour de force from Snorshian DJ Kadarianzo. Let us to hear a sample of Snorshian beat. Oh, that's right. We're going to have all the Weagles dancing to all of this. Oh, it manages to be both 4/4 and 5/8 at the same time, which is actually terrible for dancing, most like all Snorshian music. But you can hear the Snorshian rhythms in here, and look at this sexy video. We've got like 3 Weagles in bikinis, and they're biting each other trying to get out of the bikinis. So hot. This concludes Snorshian Music Television. Remember, new single from K. Diarenzo is now available on iTunes, 99 cents.
Just turned into like robot noises.
Yeah. Lady TL, send me an email. I go on podcasts all the times. Yeah, send me an email. Graham@loadingreadyrun.com.
Thank you, Paul and Graham, for providing that.
News, nude news.
All right. Could I get like a news kind of like news beat?
Bum ba bum ba da da dum ba da dum bum ba da dum.
Hello, I'm Kathleen DeVere here for News Nude News. Bringing you all the newest nude news, but not while nude, because that would break many broadcast standards and nobody gets to see my jumblies. But today on News Nude News, we have an update from Snorsh, where the Weagle bikini situation is completely out of hand. They are completely out of bikinis. They are calling in the UN to mail a new shipment of bikinis because they do not make bikinis in Snorsh. Quote the Snorshian Prime Minister, look, these Weagle bikinis are all we got going for us, and it's not even that good, but all the bikinis have been now chewed mercilessly and beyond the point of all recognition by the Weagles, so now we just have a bunch of weird animal hybrids wearing scraps of fabric around what could be their groins, and it's actually more disturbing that way. Please send help and or bikinis and or just money so we can get something else. In other
UN doesn't return their calls.
In other nude news, David Caruso still missing. Hunt goes into its 46th unproductive week as people go, eh.
Wow.
Oh dear.
Horsey party time.
All right, back to our incompetent but unusually honest drug dealer. Paul, can you do me the inside of the trench coat job again? Hey, kids, you know what all the cool kids are smoking today? Horsey party time. Is it another name for ketamine? Nope, it's another name for sugar water that I've mixed some, like, niacin in with so it has a color. I mean, niacin's not even bad for you. It's technically a drug, more of a vitamin, but you know what? This will get you real fucked up if you try hard enough. If you believe, it's like fairy dust. You make a wish and cross your fingers and maybe something will happen. Like Christmas, when you think someone's gonna bring you gifts and they don't, and they're just like, well, you know what, kid, we're poor, and what were you expecting? Did you want that Charlie Brown tape? No. You get a sack of sadness. That's right. That was my Christmases, and this will be your Christmases after you try some of these terrible drugs. So that's right. Horsey party time. Guaranteed to give you not a party.
This drug dealer has some issues.
I just have to go back to
I kind of, drug dealer is just like, sorry, that I kind of got off track there. Seeing.
Grout NASA.
Grout NASA. All right.
Yep.
Oh, this is really stupid.
Who? I mean, grout is pretty awesome. Like, who came up with that?
Yep.
I don't know. I was
not
brushing my teeth and
Grout NASA. Who came up with
This is a free home cleanliness tip. I'm going to see if it works. I was brushing my teeth. I have an electric toothbrush at home, and I thought, when I have to throw out the end of my toothbrush, I should keep it and use it to clean my grout.
Yeah, that is a big thing.
Really? Mm-hmm. I thought people used regular toothbrushes for that.
Oh, use it with the electric. Seems like that might be bad for the motor or something. But
I mean, you wouldn't be using it like a lot. No, Amber Becky, I have all of the Charlie Brown stuff I could possibly want now. Just my mother, what a horrible woman, delighted in doing like awful things to me for Christmas and doing like the bait and switch. It was just the worst. So I mean, I guess she enjoyed it, so somebody was happy.
The Christmas bait and switch is never a good idea. No.
One year, all I wanted was a bike, and my mom gave me a Barbie bike, and I didn't even have a Barbie doll, because my sister used to pull them apart. She was really violent. And I was really upset, and she just laughed for like 20 minutes. She thought it was hilarious. My mother, legally not allowed to be around children. Fun story. All right. It is a fun story. All right. Deep in the bowels of NASA, they are doing studies, because you know how they... different bowels, like subterranean. not the intestines. Deep in the bowels of NASA, studies are taking place. They put tiles on the space shuttle, right? They have like heat reflective tiles, but you know what that goes between the heat reflective tiles? That's right, heat reflective grout. And NASA is always looking for ways to improve the grout. So how are these scientists studying the grout? It's a good question because I had not gotten to that point yet. When I was thinking about this, I just thought it was funny to talk about that. And I was like, tiles, it'll work. Shit. Grout NASA, though, deep. And they're like, we should study more things. And it's like two scientists with like beakers bubbling. And it's just like, I'm just killing time because I can't think of anything else. Help.
I like to think.
Who makes the grout? Who is at the forefront of technology and innovation in grout?
Sir John A. McGrout.
Yeah.
Founder of Grout NASA.
They came up with that thing where like the grout is like a different color when it comes out and then changes color.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Bam. Yeah, that was originally used for space shuttles.
They sent it to space.
Wow, is this true?
No. No part of this is true.
Maybe it's true.
Sure.
It could be true, but probably isn't. I like to imagine that Grout NASA is like equally funded to actual NASA. That it's considered to be as important.
Yeah. Is Grout NASA in the chat? Are they at least enjoying
Let's move on to Snorsh Broadcasting Corporation.
All right, this one I can do.
Yes,
God, I wish I had some water. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Snorsh. You've heard Snorsh Music Television, but Snorsh Music Television under umbrella of Snorsh Broadcasting Corporation. That's right, Government Broadcasting Corporation with motto, life purpose. What's another word for that? Manifesto.
Sure.
No, they're
mission statement.
Mission statement, right? That's right. Snorsh Broadcasting's mission statement is to make Snorsh look even slightly more appealing than it is, which is actually not very appealing. Take it from me. I live in Snorsh. I have one of the best jobs in Snorsh. I make a fucking fortune compared to most people in Snorsh who just farm Weagles inconceivably because nobody fucking wants them, but that's all we got. And I still fucking hate Snorsh. I live in Romania. I commute because it's better than living in Snorsh. Romanian taxes like 50 times as high. Well worth it. Literally nothing good about Snorsh. But Snorsh Broadcasting Company, that's right. Let us not forget why we are here. But Snorsh Broadcasting Company, we have secret weapon. I was looking at new news. That's right. 46th week for David Caruso search. They are not very interested. That is okay. We will have David Caruso forever. We'll make him dance like a monkey for you. That's right. You watch Snorch Broadcasting Corporation, maybe you see David Caruso's penis. We keep that cherry. He's got no control. We lock him in a room with Wiggles if he talk back too much. That's right. Snorch Broadcasting Corporation. You want to see a man cry? You come here.
We have a little monkey outfit for him.
That got dark.
Grout NASA says Grout is a character from Syphil and Ollie who
Ah.
works with NASA. He travels to space and donates blood to astronauts.
Wow.
Oh. I have not seen
I-
Syphil and Ollie.
I
neither.
like the idea that it is something to do with the thing that goes between tiles.
Hmm.
Well,
Chemical says Romanian taxes are actually pretty high. Way to work in that factual knowledge, Kathleen. I knew Romania had a kind of a high base tax rate, and any taxes are higher than Snortian taxes. It might have a reason to do with why the country is so awful. No tax, like very low tax, like 3%.
So we still have 7 more subs.
For fuck's sake.
The next one sounds like a 1980s like dystopia sci-fi movie.
Grindome.
Grimdome?
Oh, Grimdome?
Grimdrome.
Grimdrome. Oh.
Grimdrome.
If I like,
Welcome to the Grimdome.
who made Videodrone?
I don't know. David Lynch.
Was it? Wait, is it the same guy who made Eraserhead? Yes.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I think it was David Lynch. I don't know. I've seen video. Like I should.
I'm thinking of when I hear the name Grimdrome, I think of the poster for like Rollerball.
Yes.
Not Murder Ball, but like it's called Rollerball.
David
There's like
Lynch.
a guy with like a fist and like spike glove on his fist, and there's people running around.
Oh, Cronenberg. That's right. David Cronenberg. Not David Lynch. Cronenberg. All right. Thank you. I've seen that movie. I feel like I should have known it, but oh well. All right. New from David Cronenberg. You like Videodrone. How about Grimdrone? It's a dark
Drome.
Grimdrome. It's a dark dystopian future featuring dark dystopian men doing dark dystopian things to dark dystopian Wiggles.
It's very
funded through a joint venture of the Canadian Broadcasting Company and the Snortian Broadcasting Corporation because they needed some money. And Snorsh got some sort of grant or something, but you had to put Wiggles in there. And
In the grim dromeness of the future,
Yeah,
there is only grim and drome.
But what is the Grim Drone? Will you have to watch the movie to find out? No, we'll give you a little summary right now. It is a dome where people fight.
It's a drome where people fight.
No, it's a dome where people fight, but somebody screwed up installing the sign and they put an extra R in there and then they left it because it sounded cooler. The Grim Drome. So cooler than the Grim Dome. At least that's what the marketing exec said.
Yeah, that sounds like a place where they would have monster trucks. Sunday at the Grim Dome. No, but the Grim Drome is where people go in to fight to the death.
In monster truck.
In monster trucks, yes.
Sunday, down at the Grim Drome. Come see David Cronenberg's greatest film ever, and then see a Weagle driving a monster truck.
A dark dystopian future.
Maybe they'll be driving our next subscriber, Kathleen. Weagle-powered Weagles.
Why?
A little Weagle-sized monster truck would be the cutest thing ever.
Sorry. Okay. A Weagle-powered Weagle.
Weagle-powered Weagles.
Oh.
So it's like one Weagle that powers a bunch of Weagles?
Yes.
All right. Hey, everybody, are you looking for some way to wind up your Weagles for use in Weagle-related activities? Come on down to Weagle Bob's Weagle Barn, where we've got a brand new selection of Weagle-powered Weagles. That's right, we've got all the 2014 models. We've got Stinky, we've got Magic Butt, and we've got Don't Touch Him, He Will Bite You. All 3 Weagle-powered Weagles are all about powering Weagles through the power of other Weagles. How do they do that? They're mostly just incredibly aggressive and they chase the other Weagles around. But if you have a Weagle harness to like a cart that you want to pull your children around in, unharness that Weagle immediately. It's extremely unsafe and they're not supposed to be around children. Are you mad? But aside from that, come on down and check out all the 2014 models today.
Havtorn Epsilon has just subscribed. Havtorn Epsilon, thank you for subscribing. You may have missed it. We've done the cutoff for Kathleen commercials today.
20 minutes ago.
20 minutes ago. But thank you very much for subscribing and welcome back to the Runners. I believe you've subscribed before. Thank you, very much appreciated. Kathleen,
Yes.
assisting Jarl.
Assisting here all.
In like Skyrim, the Jarls are like the regional government heads.
Oh, I was
They're
thinking of Jarlsberg cheese.
They're like local kings.
All right.
Do what you want. If you want assisting cheese, I mean, it's your commercial.
All right. Paul, could you get me some water, please? I am dying. I've been talking a lot. All right.
Actual dying.
I was dying for a second there.
I'm gonna go be blurry.
Get back in frame. All right. Assisting Jarl.
I was in frame. I was just in the wrong. I was in the wrong field depth.
All right. Hey, everybody. Are you just wandering around in Skyrim and looking for more things to do that don't involve killing and just eating other people's food inexplicably? Why not try Assisting Jarl? It's the newest, coolest side quest. You can do things like work out what's the most optimal municipal tax rate, clear out the sewers, help build a school, help clear out the rats from the school because you cleared them out of the sewers and they went to the school because you took away their home, and what else was going to happen? Jeez, come on. All sorts of wonderful municipal government things, like horse parking regulations. Can I take that gif away? You made me laugh.
Thanks, can't wear hats.
Khajiit insulting regulations. How many times an hour can you insult a Khajiit? How many times an hour do you have to insult a Khajiit if he comes into your town? All of these things are very important municipal government things that all happen to happen in the town, in the world of Skyrim, even though it's grim and cold and kind of crappy most of the time. So why not try assisting a Jarl today?
Why not?
Apparently, it's just a Norse term for duke. The chat was telling me. Also, Havtorn Epsilon. I recognize that name. Havtorn Epsilon drew the F emote. Yes.
Thank you, Havtorn Epsilon, for resubscribing.
MDK Marshall has just subscribed.
All right, we're coming down the home stretch here.
Yeah. Actually, can I get some water too?
Yes.
Thank you.
Hey, everybody, are you looking for SDKs? Why do you not want to pay that full SDK price? Why not come on down to Marshall's MDK Discount Warehouse? What's an MDK? It's like an SDK, except we've changed the first letter. What does an MDK do? I don't know, but boy, do we ever have a lot of them cheap. Is it just what happens when, like, some coding goes wrong and then you just get a pile of shit that you can't do anything with? I don't know, but I'm only going to charge you $40 for it, which is way less than an SDK. So come on down today to MDK Marshall's Discount MDK Warehouse. Maybe we'll sell you something that works, but we probably won't.
MTK Marshall says, backstory for my name. I was signing up for a forum years ago, looked around my room for name ideas. I saw a copy of MDK2 for the PC and a Marshall brand guitar amp. I spelled Marshall wrong.
I was afraid that it was like, MDK and then referring to Marshall from Limited Resources. So it would be like Murder, Death, Kill Marshall.
That would be bad.
That'd be bad.
Addy Pie says MDK is the murder and death kit, so it's like the software development kit, but it's
exactly.
you plug it in and it's just like it just shoots you.
Yeah,
it's awful.
And it's like you're like bleeding out and you're like, I only paid $40, so
such a good deal.
Moro Klumpen or Morok Lumpen. I'm not entirely sure. I believe it's
Moro Klumpen.
Moro Klumpen.
Moro Klumpen. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Snorsh, where we have a new Snorshian delicacy. That's right, it's Moro Klumpen. Nobody was into the Snorshengluben, and because it was mostly like fish from the River Weagle, and it was just gross. I tell you, like I said, I have like best job in Snorsh. I commute from Romania. Taxes, but still. But we have new Snorshian food. We asked David Caruso what he would like to eat, and he said, please, just give me my freedom, you crazy sons of bitches. And then we laughed at him, and we said, how about Moro Klumpen? And he said, what is Moro Klumpen? And we said, oh, it is a delicious mixture of sugar and cinnamon and bread dough and weagle hair. So it's fluffy like a tribble. Who does not want that? Apparently David Caruso, that goddamn Hollywood diva. But that's okay, Moro Klumpen.
That's why he's been missing for 46 weeks.
You get them $6 per Snorshian dollar. They're very cheap because we got lots of weagle hair. Moro Klumpen, delicious Snorshian delicacy.
So it's like like the elephant ear or whatever at like a county fair, except it's also got weagle hair on it.
Yeah,
delicious.
Yeah, it's like a dough dodger, which is
no
like
way. Let's Have Toast says, backstory for my name, was thinking about the Charlie Brown Easter special, realized Charlie Brown bunch of whatever. Anyway, they had the idea, let's have toast for Easter. That's what adults have, right?
Isn't that the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving special where Peppermint Patty, I know a lot about Charlie Brown, where Peppermint Patty invites a bunch of people over and Charlie Brown somehow gets on the hook for making all of this food, and so they have toast and jelly beans. There's an extended sequence where Snoopy and Woodstock are making toast, and Woodstock puts Snoopy's ear in the toaster and then butters his ear, and it's all very funny. I know a lot of
I think you just got schooled. Right? Let's have toast.
But I appreciate it.
All right, Honey bought the
first.
Honey bought the first.
I believe that is the last.
That
was when the
where we cut it off.
Absolutely no more. I'll give mini commercials for the amazing Lurbong and Have Torn Epsilon.
All right.
It'll be like 10 seconds long, maybe 15. All right. Honey bought the first. And the not too distant. I don't know what all the words are to the
Mystery Science Theater song.
Theme song. But can you guys just hum it and I'll freestyle?
All right.
All right. Do 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 do.
In the not too distant future, Lurbot and Honeywell, la la la, got together and had a terrifyingly murderous AI, la la la. It was bent on the destruction of humankind and all of the people in it. La, la, la.
You're not singing. It doesn't matter. Keep going.
I'm not very good at singing.
Keep going.
And everybody went, oh God, at least there's only one of them. Nope, just kidding, it's Honey bought the first. Oh, no.
Let's have toast says, OMG, I got learnt.
I'm sorry, let's have toast.
All right. And then you wanted to give mini commercials to the amazing Lurbong and have torn Epsilon.
So Honey bought the first is in fact a terrible murderous AI, but because apparently he's sick of seeing his parents slave to the amusement of humans. So, but there could be many of them, many of them. All right, and then the amazing Lurbong. Hey everybody, do you want to smoke a big pile of dank nugs? Well, you can't do it here because this is a non-smoking building, but if you want to, try the amazing Lure Bong. That's right, all you need to do is go back to Bong City and buy a bong and then draw a Lure logo on it because we don't actually have a bong. But if we did, we'd call it Lure Bong because we're not very good at naming things. And...
Please do not send us a Lure Bong.
Yeah, we do. Seriously, you don't.
We know there are many talented crafting people out there.
Maybe one of you is a glass blower.
Please do not send us a...
Yeah.
We do not need a Lure Bong.
Nobody wants a bong. We do not need a bong.
It would be problematic to do it for Desert Bus.
Although, craft along submissions have opened. So just one of you, work it out amongst yourselves, email Telly and say you want to make a Loading Ready Run themed bong, and then I'll watch her brain bake as she tries to figure out how to let you down easily. Actually, maybe don't do that. Telly and I are friends. Or at least we used to be. Maybe we won't be anymore after that. Don't do that. And Have Torn Epsilon. Hey, everybody, do you make an unpleasant face and just go, F a lot? May I recommend Have Torn Epsilon? He will draw you and make you actually look kind of cartoony and cute while you're going, F, like you tend to do when you play video games that are extremely frustrating. That's right. If you want to swear around children, why not try F? It's not actually a swear, but they fucking know what you're talking about.
All right, folks. That's Checkpoint for today. Good job.
Nice.
You all right?
Yes, I am very thirsty.
All right.
So thank you everybody for subscribing today.
Paul and I are we're gonna take the stream off for a few minutes. Paul and I are gonna come back and play GPLP, which
Honeywell, no.
I didn't know that was on.
Nor did I.
Interesting. Well, we're gonna air out the room a little bit with the air conditioner, and Paul and I are gonna come back for Grandma Paul Let's Play. We decided after last week, we decided to not do The Witcher anymore, or the Witcher 2 we were playing. Seems like it's a fun game. It doesn't really work for stream. It just wasn't really working for us. So today we're going to be playing Royce, Son of Rome, which is going to be the first Xbox One game we're going to be playing. So I expect graphics.
Now, didn't we
We played Peggle.
We played Peggle.
We played Peggle.
And thank you,
the second Xbox One game.
thank you everybody thank you for all our new subscribers. I know there's some people who Let's Have Toast who are new to this and then got to see a very weird thing and then got a lot of Charlie Brown knowledge dumped on them. So thanks for watching.
Actually, she said that you're the first person to correct her, and she's been saying it wrong for years.
Oh God!
And that is not.
So it's fine. It's fine.
And this is probably not if you watch throughout the week. This is not indicative of everything is just a little different.
Mazray, welcome. Thank you for subscribing.
Thank you for subscribing
to the runners.
All right, bye everybody. Thank you so much. I'm gonna get out of here and get some work done.
All right.
All right, bye.
Bye everybody. Wait,
Bye-bye.
don't leave yet. Let's take it offline. All right. Okay.
No, I leave when I want to. I'm a strong, independent woman. Don't need no seat.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right. Bye everybody.